If you are getting money from both Social Security and the IRS right now, or if you are expecting both, stop what you are doing and watch this video all the way through. Because right now, in April 2026, millions of seniors are confused about two separate payments coming from two very different government agencies. And that confusion? It is costing some of them real money. We are talking about hundreds, and in some cases thousands, of dollars that people are either missing, mishandling, or losing out on entirely because they do not understand how these two systems work together. In the next few minutes, I'm going to give you the facts you need to protect your money and make sure you do not leave a single dollar on the table. I know, taxes, agencies, payment schedules. It sounds like a lot, but here is why this matters to you personally. Right now, in April 2026, this is tax season. And for tens of millions of retirees, tax season is not just about filing a return. It is about understanding whether your Social Security benefits are being taxed, whether you might be owed a refund from the IRS, and whether a payment coming into your bank account is from Social Security or from the IRS, because they are not the same thing, and mixing them up can cause real financial mistakes. Right now, the phone lines at both the Social Security Administration and the IRS are flooded. Seniors are calling in confused, frustrated, and worried. Some people are holding off on spending money they have already received because they are not sure if they owe it back. Others are spending money they do not actually have yet. I do not want that to be you. So let us talk through exactly what is happening. First, let us be very clear about something important. The IRS and Social Security are two completely separate government agencies. They do not share a payment system. They do not send money at the same time, for the same reason, or through the same process. Understanding this one fact will save you a lot of confusion. Social Security sends you your monthly benefit check, whether that is your retirement benefit, your disability benefit, or a survivor or spousal benefit. That money comes from the Social Security Administration, and it arrives on a very predictable schedule based on your birthday. It is the same amount every month, adjusted once a year for the cost of living increase. The IRS, on the other hand, deals with your taxes. If you filed a tax return this spring showing that you overpaid your taxes during the year, maybe through withholding or estimated payments, then the IRS may send you a refund. That refund is completely separate from your Social Security check. It is not an extra Social Security payment. It is not a new government benefit. It is your own money coming back to you because you paid more in taxes than you owed. But here is where it gets important. Your Social Security benefits may actually be taxable. This surprises a lot of seniors. Up to 85% of your Social Security benefits can be included as taxable income if your total income is above certain levels. For a single person, if your combined income, that means your adjusted gross income plus any tax-exempt interest plus half of your Social Security benefits, exceeds $25,000, then a portion of your benefits is taxable. For married couples filing jointly, that threshold is $32,000. These thresholds have not been updated in decades, which means more and more seniors are getting hit by this tax every year, even though their real purchasing power has not gone up. Now, in April 2026, there is another layer to this. Many seniors have been watching news coverage about government payment updates, new tax rules, and Social Security changes. There has been a lot of noise online. Some of it is accurate, some of it is not. So let me give you the facts right now as clearly as I can. As of April 2026, there is no new universal stimulus check being sent to seniors from the federal government. If you see a headline or a social media post saying that every senior is getting an extra check from the government this month, be very careful. What is true is that some seniors may be receiving IRS tax refunds this spring if they filed their 2025 tax returns early, and others may be seeing adjustments to their Social Security checks because of the 2026 cost of living adjustment that took effect in January. Those are the real payments. Anything beyond that needs to be verified directly with the IRS or the Social Security Administration. Now let me walk through the groups of people who need to pay the closest attention to this information. If you are a retired worker receiving Social Security retirement benefits, this applies to you directly. You need to know whether your benefits are being taxed and whether you are withholding the right amount from your Social Security check or paying estimated taxes to cover what you owe. If you are receiving Social Security disability insurance, what most people call SSDI, the same rules apply to you. Your disability benefits can also be taxable if your income crosses those same thresholds. This catches a lot of SSDI recipients completely off guard because many assume disability benefits are always tax-free. They are not. If you are a spouse or a widow or widower receiving a spousal or survivor benefit, pay attention here too. Your benefit is subject to the exact same tax rules as everyone else. And if your household income includes both your own benefit and your spouse's benefit, you may reach those taxable thresholds faster than you think. Pay close attention to this. If you are a public sector worker, a former teacher, firefighter, police officer, postal worker, or government employee, you may have already been affected by the Social Security Fairness Act, which was signed into law in January 2025 and began rolling out payments in 2025 and into 2026. This law eliminated two provisions that had previously reduced or eliminated Social Security benefits for people who also received a government pension. If you fall into this category and you have not yet contacted the Social Security Administration to see if you qualify for increased benefits or back payments, this is urgent. You may have money waiting for you. And for seniors who are still working part-time or who have investment income, rental income, or retirement account distributions on top of Social Security, the tax situation can get complicated very quickly. You may owe taxes not just on your Social Security benefits, but also on those other income sources. The IRS could be expecting a payment from you rather than sending you a refund. Dorothy spent her career teaching school and retired with a state pension. She also qualified for a small Social Security benefit through her late husband. Before the Social Security Fairness Act passed, her spousal benefit was reduced significantly because of the government pension offset. After the law changed, Dorothy became eligible for a restored spousal benefit and even received a lump sum back payment covering months when she'd been shorted. She received two separate deposits into her bank account, one from the Social Security Administration for her increased monthly benefit and back pay, and one from the IRS as a refund on her 2025 taxes. Dorothy initially thought there had been a mistake. She called her bank worried she would have to return the money. She did not. Both deposits were legitimate, but they came from completely separate agencies for completely different reasons. Dorothy now gets over $400 more per month than she did 2 years ago. Example 2. Robert, 68, retired from a private company in Florida. Robert started taking Social Security at 66. And also has income from a small IRA distribution each year. Last year, he took a larger distribution than usual to help cover medical expenses. When he filed his taxes this spring, he discovered that because his total income had gone up, 85% of his Social Security benefits were now taxable. He owed the IRS more than he expected and did not receive a refund. In fact, he had a balance due. Robert had assumed his Social Security was always tax-free. It was not. Now, he has set up voluntary withholding directly from his Social Security check so that taxes are taken out automatically and he does not face a surprise bill again next April. Here is what happens if you ignore all of this. If you do not understand whether your Social Security is taxable and you fail to pay what you owe, the IRS can assess penalties and interest on top of your tax bill. Those charges add up fast, especially if you are on a fixed income and suddenly owe a large sum in April that you were not prepared for. On the other side, if you are owed money, whether it is a tax refund from the IRS or an increase in your Social Security because of the Fairness Act or another policy change, and you do not take action or update your information, that money can sit unclaimed or be delayed for months and even years. There are also scammers who specifically target seniors during tax season and around the time government payment announcements are made. They will call you, email you, or even text you pretending to be the IRS or Social Security, telling you that you owe money immediately or that you need to verify your information to receive a payment. Neither the IRS nor Social Security will ever call you out of the blue and demand immediate payment or ask for your Social Security number over the phone. If you receive a call like that, hang up. Do not give them anything. Find out if your Social Security benefits are taxable. Add up your adjusted gross income, any tax-exempt interest, and half of your Social Security benefits. If that total is above $25,000 for a single person or $32,000 for a married couple, then part of your benefits is taxable and you need to account for that when you file. If you have not already filed your 2025 tax return, do that as soon as possible. The deadline for most people is April 15th. If you need more time, you can request an extension, but But remember, an extension to file is not an extension to pay. If you owe money, it is still due by the original deadline. Consider setting up voluntary withholding from your Social Security check. You can ask Social Security to withhold 7, 10, 12, or 22% of your monthly benefit for federal taxes. This can prevent a big tax surprise next year. You do this by completing IRS Form W-4V and submitting it to your local Social Security office. If you are a former public sector worker, a teacher, firefighter, government employee, or anyone who had a government pension, go to the Social Security Administration website or call 1-800-772-1213 to find out if you are now eligible for increased benefits or back payments under the Social Security Fairness Act. Do not wait on this. The SSA is processing these claims, but backlogs exist, and the sooner you file, the sooner your payments can be corrected. Create or log into your My Social Security account at ssa.gov. From there, you can see your current benefit amount, your payment history, and whether any changes have been applied to your account. Do the same at irs.gov. Log in or create an IRS online account to check the status of any refund, any balance owed, or any notices sent to you. If any of this feels overwhelming or you are not sure where you stand, reach out to a tax professional. Your local AARP Tax Aid Program, which offers free tax preparation for seniors, or your State Health Insurance Assistance Program, also known as SHIP. These are free resources staffed by people who are trained to help seniors navigate exactly these kinds of situations. Here's the bottom line. You have worked your whole life for these benefits. You have paid into Social Security for decades. You have paid your taxes. You deserve every dollar that is coming to you, and you deserve to keep it. But the only way to protect yourself is to understand the system, know who is sending you money and why, and take action when action is needed. The IRS and Social Security are two different agencies with two different missions, two different payment systems, and two different sets of rules. Do not confuse one for the other. Do not assume that every deposit in your bank account is a bonus. And do not assume that because you are retired, taxes no longer apply to you. They very much can. April 2026 is a critical month for seniors financially. Tax season is in full swing. Social Security adjustments from the new year are still settling in for some people. And if you are one of the former public workers who is just now seeing the impact of the Fairness Act, you may be dealing with new numbers and new questions for the very first time. Take one step today. Just one. Log into ss8.gov or irs.gov. Check your status. Make a phone call. Ask a question. Because the worst thing you can do right now is nothing. Do nothing, and you might miss money that is rightfully yours. Do nothing, and you might face penalties you could have easily avoided. You are smarter than that. That is why you are here watching this video. If this video helped you understand something you were confused about, please take 2 seconds and hit that like button. It truly helps this channel reach more seniors who need this information. And if you know someone, a friend, a sibling, a neighbor, who is dealing with questions about Social Security or their taxes right now, please share this video with them. It could make a real difference in their financial life. And if you have not subscribed yet, please do that right now so you never miss an update like this one. We are here every week with the information that matters most to you. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourself and your money.